All right, so let's talk negative aspects about this Seamaster Professional Ceramic, the newest iteration from Omega. It's a very popular watch. It's very hyped. I'm extremely high on it. I'm very, very favorable. I think this watch is probably the best buy under $5,000 if you want a good Swiss watch, especially if you're buying your first one. Bang for a buck, this one's hard to beat. Now, what would be negative aspects to this? Some people will say, well, the dial texture, that wave pattern, that is just too gimmicky. I'm not a fan. I've heard that a lot in comments and Facebook groups, different forums. I think you're wrong there. This is an essential part of the Seamaster. Really, I know the Seamaster began decades ago, and it's went through several iterations. It had some dark times where it was basically a gold-plated dress watch. But back in the 90s, when it was revitalized, that wave pattern was the quintessential part of the design. And so with Omega basically updating the watch and coming out with a new version of it, they went back to what made them successful. They brought the wave back, and they did it in a modern way. That's a ceramic dial, laser engraved. You know, you look at it in some lights, it's very dark. And then you get it in direct light, and you see all the different elevations to that. It's very sharp, very contemporary, and very beautiful. I don't think it's gimmicky at all. This is part of their brand identity, especially for this model, and I don't think it could be executed better. But that's not to say the watch doesn't have issues. Now, I mentioned this in my video, but the bracelet edges are very, very sharp. Borderline hotspot to me. I think if you have sensitive skin, you could get some chafing, you could get some hot spots. It's not quite as refined as other Omega bracelets that they do. It's very, very sharp. I'd say that's probably the biggest drawback in my eyes. That's being nitpicky though. This watch is amazing. It is hard to beat. Even with that helium release wart that I know a lot of us are not fans of, this watch is just among the top at the price point. And especially if you're buying your first one, don't go Pelagos, don't go Tudor, don't go Black Bay. Go for the Seamaster, this new ceramic wave. You'll get the presence, you'll get the pop, you get the choices, in dial colors, strap options, and I think you're really not going to go wrong with that. So leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.